alaikum and welcome back to another video. We're currently in Cairo and behind me is a very old building. This building is approximately 120 years old, and don't let the looks of it put you off, because behind it, when you go to the third or fourth floor of these buildings, there's usually amazing hotels hidden away. So I'll try to show you our hotel room at the end of this video, but this is going to be more of like a first impressions kind of video, trying to get a feel of what this city is like. Maybe we'll try some local food called Koshari, which is like the national dish in Egypt. So yeah, let's go. So we're actually making our way down to downtown Cairo, and in order to get there we have to actually well, we can walk there if we want, but we're probably going to get an Uber. Uber is incredibly cheap here. Just like many other countries around the Middle East, people are very kind of like open to the idea of vlogging here, so it's not really an issue. You do get odd few stares and things like that, but you just kind of have to develop a thick skin for it. So at the moment it's like 2 p.m. people are just finishing off from work, and usually around this time it's quite busy because schools are finishing also, but at the same time there's a lot of people still in work. So for example, construction and things. The one thing I'll tell you about Cairo is that the streets here are crazy. Horns, so many cars. It's a challenge crossing the road if you're coming from anywhere in the Western world, but you somehow get through. The cars strangely kind of slow down for you once you're getting close by to them, but I'm just gonna wait here and see if I can cross the road. Let's try to go for it like the locals. It's definitely not easy crossing the road here, but you somehow get through. You have to be extremely careful, not like what I just did there right now. Just ordered an Uber and waiting for it to come to this spot. You have the National Bank of Egypt right here. The amount of horns that you hear on a daily basis, I'm sure it goes well over 1,000 if you're out all day. Assalamu alaikum. So one thing I should add is that when you're in a taxi in Egypt, well, Cairo specifically, you'll have like a 5-minute journey, and that would probably take you like 10 minutes because of all the traffic, especially if it doesn't really matter what time of the day you go out, unless you're traveling at night. So this journey that we're taking, it's not even that far at all, but it's going to take us like 10-15 minutes. If we walked it, it would have probably taken around the same amount of time. It's just a lot more comfortable in the car, and it's just to show you that there's this option that you can take. So we've just stopped off at this restaurant called Koshari. It's near Tahrir Square, one of the most famous monuments in all of Egypt. We're going to walk there in a little while, and that taxi ride only costed me like maybe 15 Egyptian pounds, which is like 75 pence. It wasn't a really long ride, it was about 10 minutes, so not bad. The Ubers are extremely cheap and affordable here. So let the food come. We've just ordered 2 kosharis, and I'll show you what it consists of when it comes here. So yeah, we'll just have to wait about 5-10 minutes. So our food has come now and it looks extremely delicious. It smells really nice. So I'm just going to show you what's inside. We have here a mix of like tomato sauce. We have some pasta, some noodles. I think we also have some crispy onions. Crispy onions? That's what you call it. And then you also have like chickpeas as well. And I'm not really sure what this stuff here is. This brown stuff. So I'll probably put it in the description, like in the video in the bottom. Yeah, so it's my first time trying koshari, the national dish of Egypt. I'm really excited. So I'll give it a first test. It looks really hot. I'll give it a test and see what it's like. Bismillah. It's not bad at all. It tastes like pasta, except that it's got chickpeas and a few like crispy onions and stuff like that inside. So it just gives it a bit more of a zing and a bit more of a taste, really, than just normal tomato pasta. It's really, really good. By the way, it's a vegetarian dish, I think I'd go as far as saying it's probably a vegan dish as well. There's no dairy, there's no animal products, nothing like that used in this dish. So you could say that it's a really good alternative if you want to stay away from meat and chicken. I'm going to try to get this down, and by the way, it looks very filled, but this is actually the small portion, so I'm just wondering what it'd be like if we got the bigger portion. And there's also this chili sauce, which he said you can pour on top, so let's give that a try. So see what that's like. Oh, that is very, very chilly. I need some water. I didn't have huge expectations for this dish, but it's actually very, very tasty. And also, I would say that when you're using the chilies, kind of oil and sauce, be extremely careful how much you pour, because I think I poured more than I should have. But the man came to us and he realized that we were suffering a little bit, and he said that at the end I'll give you this kind of like milk yogurt drink, I think he said, and that should help kind of like cool things down in your stomach. So yeah, it's an amazing dish. I think I'm going to pour more lemon sauce on it than using chili sauce, just so I don't suffer tomorrow morning. So once you've finished eating, they come and bring you this rice pudding type. Yeah, it is rice pudding. Very sweet, extremely nice. Yeah, that costed us 56 Egyptian pounds, which is basically around 246. Less than three. That's less than £3, so that's like £2.80 or something like that for 2 of those meals. A sweet dish as well, and then you've also got the 2 water bottles. So what an affordable meal. I think I saw people coming in and eating, and there's like at least like 3 people came after us and they left before us. So I'm a very slow eater, and I struggled to finish that. It was really filling but extremely tasty. So we're off to Tahrir Square right now, which is just ahead of me. It's just over there, I don't know if you can see it. So let's make our way there right now. So what we really want to do is get past all this traffic and go towards the square just over there, kind of middle part there. But we're not sure how to cross because there's all these railings here. So I've just noticed a guy here that actually does shoe polishing, so I'm going to see how much he charges for it. Let's have a look. السلام عليكم. أقفل هذا؟ ممكن تنظف هذا؟
حط لك
أنت. But I can actually feel it penetrating through my trainers, so I'm getting a little bit worried now. These are going to look brand new by the end of this. So I can feel it penetrating, but it's not that bad. I think these trainers are pretty good for kind of I think they're water resistant. So he's got like all his laces and soles here, and he's also got all his like polishes and stuff like that there. And then over there I think he's got his the liquids that he uses. Ah, they look brand new now. جديد الآن. جديد. شكرا. Guys, how much do you think that's worth? Because he said that I should give him like whatever I want to. So what do you guys think? Should I give him for that? So I give him 40 Egyptian pounds, that's like £2. Let's see his reaction. 40 ماشي. شكرا حبيبي. لا. شكرا. So it's amazing, that was amazing. Thank you to اسمك?
اسمي عين.
عين. شكرا عين.
نعم.
So his name was Ayn. So huge thanks to Ayn for getting my shoes cleaned, and as you can see, they are extremely clean. So good meal, shoes are cleaned. This day's going better than I expected actually. Down through this tunnel, because I think it's down this tunnel that you can actually get to Tahrir Square. My god, the traffic is so bad here. So exciting. I don't think people can actually go on, like, I don't think it's possible for people to actually walk on these areas. So I'll ask this guy over here I'll ask this guy over here if it's possible, but I'm just going to read out what he says over there. It says the largest square of... So whilst we were recording, one of the guys actually stopped me and said that I'm not allowed to actually record there. I'm not sure why that is, so I took some videos with my phone, so I'll show you it right now. So here we are in Tahrir Square. This is where all the demonstrations started to get the president at the time in 2011 to resign. And this marks the freedom of the Egyptians, because this is where it all began. We're now going towards the Egyptian Museum. As you can tell, when you get down to this downtown Cairo area, everything is really close by to one another. So we're going to the Egyptian Museum, and basically it's one of the most famous museums here. I think I'll have to pay a little bit extra to get my camera inside. So I'm going to try to cross this traffic here because it's incredibly busy, and then once I get close by I'll show you some footage of the museum. So as I turned around, I just got this amazing view of Cairo, Tahrir Square. But yeah, let's head to the museum now. Did you know that Egypt has one of the best metros in the world? Just like the London Underground connects you to some major parts of Cairo. So if you want to travel around Egypt via metro, it's completely possible, and connects you to all the major parts of Cairo. Incredibly well organized as well. I've read many good things about it. Never used it myself though, so I can't really speak from like real life experience. It says Egyptian Museum and exit that way. Alright, we are finally inside the premises, and we have our tickets here, and they costed 200 Egyptian pounds each. So that's around £10. Majority of the monuments that you'll visit cost around that much, and you'll get the same style tickets as well. So here we are. And why did we come here? Basically, this museum is known to be one of the oldest, well, it is the oldest archaeological museum in all of the Middle East. So let's venture inside and see what we can find.
And we have fixed price in the Egyptian Museum, and you pay after we finish from the tour, because maybe I'm not good guide, maybe I'm not give you good information. So
yes, how much do you charge normally?
Normally, look, this 300.
300 per person?
No.
Per hour?
No, for you, for both,
for
not
both,
per person.
person.
Allah see me.
Yes. It's okay, we will leave it, but I appreciate you explaining. Thanks very much. Thank you.
With pleasure. Okay. So what about the discount? This is 300 Egyptian pound. I will give you 250 for boss, for you and you.
It's okay, I'll just leave it. I prefer to walk by myself.
Sir, I know this. This not for money, not for work, but
yeah, I prefer. I like walking
inside,
by myself.
You will go inside, no information, because the design. You will see the statue, you will see sarcophagus, but where's the information? Because the Egyptian Museum very old. They start 1902, from 100 years.
Yes.
So
I'm not here to study or anything. I'm just here to wander.
200.
No,
only.
it's okay.
100 and 100. It's a very amazing.
I'm sure you'll find someone.
I wait your hair if you change your mind.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, getting even here as well, I didn't expect to be hassled, but people actually come up to you and say, "Oh, do you want us to take you around? Do you want us to, do the tour for you, etc., etc." So, yeah, it can be quite tiring. We just have to be patient, and maybe sometimes it might be better to say, "No, I'm not interested," and just walk on. So we're gonna scan our tickets and go inside. This is like the third checkpoint that we've been through. Alright, so my plan is basically to just give you guys a glimpse of what this museum's all about, and show you guys some amazing stuff. I'll see if I can mention anything here and there if I find anything really interesting, but just a first kind of looks of the museum. It's very kind of European, and there's a load of tourists here. I mainly see like tourists like from Europe and South Africa, China maybe. Not China, sorry, Japan and places like that. So you don't actually need a tour guide if you're not really interested, because every single kind of relic artifact has some information about it in English and then also in Arabic. So these are sarcophagus I think it's called, and it's basically where the ancient Egyptians used to keep their bodies. The pharaohs and the ancient Egyptians used to like to be buried, how they like to be contained. I'll show you right now what they used. These here. So I've never seen the inside of one before. I've always seen it like this, closed, but you can actually get a good picture of how big they were by looking at these. Some of them were humongous. So if there's anything that stood out to me when that guy was speaking to me and kind of forcing me to get a tour with him, was the fact that he said you need like 1 to 2 months to explore everything in this museum. So that's an immense amount of time. So there's over 127,000 artifacts in here, and it would take an entire afternoon or an entire morning to walk around and fully understand what's going on. This strangely reminds me of IKEA. It's like they've got wardrobes and stuff like that on the left hand side, and sofas in the middle, and other furniture on the right. Oh my goodness, look how huge this structure is. How on earth did they bring this inside? Oh my god, I think this beats the other structure that I saw. That is so huge. It's absolutely phenomenal and incredible and amazing, and so many adjectives related to that. It's so huge. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that is huge. So basically, this is a colossal group of hard limestone of King Amenhotep III, his wife Queen T, and 3 of their daughters. So you can see a daughter in the middle, and you can see a daughter on the side here, and there's one probably on that left hand side somewhere. A lot of it was restored, but the heads right at the top, they were the only things that were actually kept intact. It's incredibly thought-provoking. I'm just walking through here and just wondering, what were these guys thinking? What were their motives? Just got like 1 hour or 2 hours. It's still perfect, but I highly recommend checking out the room of Tutankhamun. That's probably the highlight for us here, seeing Tutankhamun's mask. Alright, so we have now come out of the museum, and that was an amazing visit. Like I said, I think I've mentioned this already. We just saw the mask of Tutankhamun, but we were not allowed to film in there, unfortunately. I did take my GoPro out, trying to kind of hide and film it, but straight away there was someone on it. So yeah, we're gonna make our way now to end the day, and we're gonna go to a mosque, and I'll try to show you what the mosques are like here. Egypt is actually known as the city of minarets. Cairo is known as the city of minarets, and there's like almost over 1,000 minarets in the entire city. And so going to a mosque here is not a problem. There's so many mosques to choose from, and all of them are massive, and the architecture is amazing. So we're gonna try to go to one. I'm not sure, there's quite a few amazing ones around here. Like for example, there's quite a few striking ones, like I think it's Ibn Tulun Mosque, and also the mosque Amr ibn al-As Mosque as well, radiallahu anh, and Azhar Mosque. So let's see which one we get to. We're gonna have to call an Uber first, and then we're gonna go there. So I was in the Uber going towards the Ibn Tulun Mosque, and we were in the car for about 45 minutes and we still haven't reached, so I had to stop here to read myself. We're gonna grab another Uber because I really want to show you this mosque here. It's amazing. And yeah, let's see if we can grab this Uber. It's extremely busy at this time because obviously it's 5 to 6, it's rush hour, but we're gonna see if we can still get to the mosque. Might reach there a little bit after Maghrib, but yeah, it'd be amazing to show you what the mosque is like. So as you can hear, the azan for Maghrib is going on, and I'll quickly just say we jumped on a tuk-tuk because it seems like it's easier to just jump on a tuk-tuk instead of taking an Uber. So it's extremely busy now, and I'm glad I jumped on a tuk-tuk. Because the good thing about tuk-tuks is they can wind in and out of all these cars. As the sun sets, all the lights are coming on, and the city of Cairo is starting to look very colourful. so much more fun on a tuk-tuk. Why haven't I been doing this all this time? I should have just been taking tuk-tuks everywhere. Alright, so we finally arrived at the masjid. Oh wow, a random horse. And as you can see, the masjid looks beautiful from the outside, but I can't see much from here. So I think the taxi driver dropped us off a little bit far from the entrance. Alright, we have finally made it to the Ibn Tulun mosque, and this mosque is like over 1,000 years old. I'm going to do a longer video on this mosque because I think it deserves more time and more explanation, especially when this mosque is that old, and it's dark right now as well, so you can't see. But we've read our Maghrib, we met the guys at the mosque as well, and yeah, it's incredibly spacious in here. And I don't know if you can make out, but that's one of the main domes. But just over there, I'll show you in the next video, one of the next few videos, it's got like a spiral kind of staircase going up, and that's basically how the mosque is in Samarra in Iraq as well. It's pretty much the same. But you can see here they've got these lights on. They told me to put these things on my trainers, and people read. I think maybe they keep the shoes on, I'm not sure. So maybe he thought I was just a visitor or something like that. But yeah, you can see the amazing calligraphy all throughout the masjid, and there's lights on, but some of these lights need maintaining, so that's why they ask for donations to the mosque. It's incredible. So I'm not going to end the video here yet. I know you might want to see more of the masjid, but I promise you there will be another video on this masjid, and but that's good reason why you should switch on that notification bell button to get updated about when we publish next. But I'm gonna go back to my hotel now, and I'd love to spend more time here, but I want to come back in the daytime, and I'll show you the room, because I said at the beginning of the video, these buildings in Cairo, they look kind of worn down from outside because they're over 100 years old, but in the inside it's quite impressive. So hope you've enjoyed this very extremely mini tour of this masjid. I'll be back soon, and yeah, let's get to the hotel. So we finally made it back to the hotel, and I showed you this morning how it looked quite rustic from outside, but once you get inside the hotel, it's completely different. So we enter the hotel room via this door here. It's a massive door, and then as soon as you come inside, you have, with this room, let me just tell you the price first. This room costed us about £30 a night, which is like 620 or 30 Egyptian pounds. So what do you guys think? Like, when you see this room, do you think it's worth paying £30 for this room? So I'll just turn the camera around. So I'll start off here before I go into the actual room. You have the toilet here, the bathroom, really nice and clean, tiles throughout, and then got the sink there. And the one thing I've noticed here is they don't really give any shampoos or shower gels or whatever, so you have to actually ask for them. But yeah, it's generally nice and clean, a very simple. In Egypt, they don't have any curtains or anything going up traditionally to cover and separate. It was like that when I went to Iraq as well. So I'll just quickly come out of the bathroom and show you the rest of the room. So are you ready for this? So here is the main, well, I'll just show you the other side. So you've got two single beds here, and then you've got a double bed here, which is amazing, because if you look around, look at the amount of space that we've got. You enter through this door here, and you've got all this area in the middle here, which is amazing, and then you've got all that space there. I wanted to point out that the outside is very kind of rustic, but as soon as you get inside, it's very nice and modern, as you can see. And even like here you have a balcony. I'm not going to open right now because I don't want to let any mosquitoes in. So there is a balcony, so that's great. The view's kind of okay. And then you've got plenty of storage options. You've got a desk if you want to work on, and yeah, I mean, throughout the entire room you'll find these extension sockets, which is really useful, because none of the hotels we've stayed at have extension sockets, so that's really useful. And yeah, I mean, that's basically the room. So the main thing I really like about this room is the fact that it's got so much space. Wherever you're wherever, I mean, you've got so much room to move around, and most importantly, I've got plenty of room to kind of store my luggage and mess around with it as well, and kind of put things all over the place. So at the moment, what we're doing is, it's good to get a quadruple room because you can kind of use the other 2 beds for storage purposes, or just put stuff on there, or you can even maybe use it as like an ironing board. So yeah, that's the room tour basically, and hope you've enjoyed this video. We had a really good day in Cairo. It's an amazing city, very fast paced and extremely busy, but at the same time it's full of life. So yeah, to sum up, amazing food, Koshari. I'm looking forward to trying other Egyptian foods as well. Amazing museum we went to. The mosque that we went to, I know it was dark, but it was still awesome to go there and experience what it's like in the dark. And what else did we do? And the crazy taxi rides and the traffic. But yeah, all in all, an amazing first experience in Cairo. I'm really looking forward to experiencing and seeing more of the city, and I hope you guys can come along with me as well. I'll be publishing more videos in the coming weeks and from Cairo, and yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and if you haven't, please do like and subscribe, and remember to switch on that notification bell button if you want to get updated on our next upload. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Assalamu alaikum.
Hi, my name is Jubair Ahmed, and if you like my travel videos, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and TikTok to stay up to date with my journeys across the world.